and do ministry. Because you got to deal with a lot of devils. When you're dealing with the devil, you got to be bold. You got to be strong. You ain't got time to play with the devil. You got time to talk to the devil. Jesus one time, I believe, asked, who are you? And he said, I'm Legion. I believe Bishop told us about that the other night. But Jesus has all power. You don't. So you don't need to be asking, who are you? How many of you are in there? What is your name? You don't need to do that. He just might say you. What is your name? I'm LD. Oh, time to go. You don't know what he might say. You don't have time to play with the devil. You can't be scared of the devil. For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of love and of power and of a sound mind. I need about 10 people to say, preach, boy. If you're going to be effective in ministry, if you're going to be a leader in ministry, you cannot be scary. When you begin to do serious ministry, you got to find the right people to work with. You can't just work with anybody. You can't walk with anybody. You can't talk with anybody. Listen, at Mount Zion, when folk get quiet on pastor and don't help him, he gets in business. So I guess I have to do BVR the same way. Yeah, you can't marry anybody. Young ladies, you can't marry anybody. You can't marry a street thug and then say, oh, Lord, saving and cleaning up. Oh, no. Now, the Lord can do it, but you probably going to have to go through a whole lot of hell to get there. You can't marry a street woman and try to say, well, I'm going to help her to be saved. It just ain't going to work. You can't work with anybody. You got to choose your people correctly. You got to choose your mate correctly. You got to choose who you deal with correctly. Jesus handpicked his boys. He just didn't let anybody all up in his group. Jesus handpicked his folk. And then he had 3 of them that kind of walked real close to them. Peter, James, and the Lord said, get in, you still don't have the right people. Take them to the water, and everyone that bows down and drinks like a dog. I'm tired, I don't know if I can get back up. Everybody that bows down, as soon as you're going to heaven. Everybody that bows down and drink like a dog. Lord said, get rid of them. Huh. Oh, you happy? Thank you, sir. Oh, me is not the same. Everybody that bows down and drinks like a dog, the Lord said, get rid of them. But those that kneel down and lap like this here, see how big my eyes is? With their eyes gazing, he said, them, I want you to keep. Come on, baby. He said, them, I want you to keep. But why? Did he not want him to take the ones that got down like a dog? It is because when you're doing ministry, you cannot have a one-track mind. Preach, boy. When you're doing ministry, you cannot have a one-track mind. And these men were so focused on drinking that all of their attention was on the water and their thirst. And if the enemy would have come, then the enemy could have killed them easily because they was not watching and or praying. When you're choosing the right people, you got to have someone with you that knows how to watch and to pray. I said watch and pray. See, just because someone prays is not good enough. Because they just praying, eyes closed, they ain't even watching, they ain't paying no attention. You see? Don't even know what's going on. And you can't just have someone that watches. Because all they doing is staring. And ain't praying. And ain't got no power Talk, boy. You need someone that watches and prays. So the Lord said, by this 300 would I deliver the Midianites into your hands. Repeat after me, right people. Right place. For right ministry. So after Gideon had chosen the right people, then he began to put them in the right place. I'm going home. If you read a few verses more, you will see that Gideon placed some of them at different places. He strategically gave them instructions, and he strategically placed them in places so they can defeat the enemy. Thank you, Lord. And he gave them specific instructions that they had to follow. Yeah. So they can have an effective attack on their enemy. Well, the significance here, the symbolism of being in the right place is being in the right position. That boy's preaching. I said the symbolism of being in the right place is being in